Concerning thus the realm in which we thus receive through our feeling body, this ability dictates many things. It dictates our expressions, it dictates our capability. What people don't know is that concerning work and the fact that we're told nowadays to work, work, work until we fucking fall asleep and shit. Problem is this, is that once we get off work, we're tired. What does that mean? We're receptive. It means our walls are down. And we didn't even know how to put those walls up to begin with certain energies concerning our fucking workplace and thus our lovely goddamn coworkers in question. See, concerning the idea of output, it really has failed to understand thus the input. For instance, you make a fucking pizza, right? It's your 1,000th fucking pizza, which you just hate fucking making, okay? It doesn't matter how fucking, perfect it was in terms of heat setting and all that shit. Another person which is eating is going to say, it doesn't taste that good. While it's a motherfucker that does pay attention to precisely what they're doing and actually fucking instilling it with the intention of what they're doing with it, they can actually feel the results of our works. And it's based upon, is it something in which we did for 1,000 times just because we're fucking told to? Or is it something because we did because we actually love to? It's like the same thing with fucking music. You ain't gonna listen to music of which the motherfucker didn't even love making. Just as you would listen to a motherfucker in which loves the music in which they make. It's the same principle. And the idea of production has really outweighed the quality. What I mean by the quality is the energy of thus the space, energy between the coworkers exchanged. See, it's fucking, layered in the resumes that, a happy fucking go-lucky team environment. When you walk into those fucking places, do you feel exactly go fucking lucky? You don't. It's like you gotta really stoke up that spirit because whenever you enter in that fucking room, you're just feeling thus the spirit of the encapsulation of every interaction that is thus fucking taking hold between peoples. And you're pretty much having to fucking stoke up the different spirit to overwhelm and overtake. So that way there's an actual fucking atmosphere going on in which is cohesive with one another, in which we can actually get you done in such way as to where it doesn't suck dick, in which we can actually love working together. But we don't really focus on this principle. We're just told, because we're so fucking drained that we keep ourselves shelled up and shit. Because we allow everything to fucking take our focus and drain us through what we absorb and through what we consume. That we don't even want to fucking intermingle or create that spirit within the environment. And therefore we're always stuck in that fucking having walls up whenever we're fucking drained, sure. Whenever it comes to work. But whenever we're off work, we can have those walls down but still be tired and receiving bullshit. The act of telepathy itself is no different, and I'm going to be given a very rational explanation for this, okay? It's no different from you knowing a person in which you know that's other than your fucking self for a long time, a friend, a family member. Something to the effect of which you can sense precisely what they're saying, or what they're thinking. It's not based upon what you fucking know, it's based upon what you feel and are therefore discerning in order to really convey and also share thus the same intangible linking. The more that objects or people are thus co-aligning within the intangible substance, because everything operates based off waves. Waves bounce off waves like a fucking domino effect. That's how the spiritual realm works. The spiritual realm is just a domino, okay? A domino topping over a domino. That's the thousands of trillions of fucking factors between your lovely fucking butterfly, flapping its wings in the goddamn fucking lovely hurricane. Okay? The spiritual realm is the trillions of factors between those incidences, to which they have correspondence, and therefore an income and outcome still. No matter how far they may see, or may seem, it matters not. What we see in correspondence with the ability to thus express is also familiarized with, too, the spirits around us in which they have kept. For instance, if you're pretty much surrounded by people of whom don't share even an ounce of curiosity into what you do, then it's going to be a little bit hard to speak out that spirit is felt. And because it's based upon the principle, well, you didn't exactly have the people in which you're sharing information to, which would actually fucking listen. So what happens? You therefore are engulfed within the spirit of silencing and shut the fuck up. Being able to express at first has to be done from this state of being overwhelmed. The one thing that is the biggest transponder of spirits ever, the biggest fucking portal, the biggest fucking gate to spirits is the internet. The internet is literally the fucking hub. You think you need a fucking Stargate? Fuck. The internet is a goddamn Stargate whenever it comes to fucking what goes on within us. And therefore it's fucking expressed. It operates just like a fucking domino. Think about it. A motherfucker, comments on your shit. You comment on their shit. And then other motherfuckers see those comments or whatever. Or see the post. What the fuck happens? Then they talk about it. Then they go ahead and share it. Then they go ahead and do this and do that. It's the same principle with the etheric matter, only it's fucking in concreted fashion of what's appearing on screen. And the one thing I do have to say is this, concerning places of which are haunted, or those of which weren't originally haunted, but for some reason, whenever the people fucking move there, now it's somehow haunted. It's usually because there was an invitation. There's an invitation from an individual amongst that household, and which brought forth the spirit within, and which was bounced around. What means is that it was fed into by the attention, not only by the person of whom invited it, but also the rest of the household, and without even knowing it. And precisely where we don't know where our attention is going, it's going to therefore thus feed. And whenever people say they get chills or like fear being stared at and shit like that, it's still attention. It's still attention as to the very facets as what strengthens it, what strengthens its manifestations. See, it can be attributed to that as well. And it can also be attributed to the factors which benefit us as well. Concerning our fucking habits, that's building a momentum, that's building up the fucking energy because you're pouring energy and attention into those habits in order to therefore cement your concreted, fucking facet as you expressing through yourself. Because let's face it, this is just a fucking mask. We try, and we do so fucking hard, personalized with this bullshit. It makes a lot of things escape our sight. It makes a lot of things tend to be rather on the confines, just outside the sense of what we allocated ourselves to be because we confine ourselves in such a state. Because we confine ourselves in such a slate that because our mind is therefore connected to this body, it can only therefore control the body. No, it can control situations, it can control fucking literally environments around us. Have you ever seen the fucking goddamn literally energy production plans? It's like somehow we managed to create a lot and do a lot of shit in which was beyond the confines and functions of this body, in which we fucking confine ourselves to. So we confine our mind to the limitations of the body.